I'm so bored. Oh, Carter Library. Because I'm hungry, I don't have money. I'm not home. The city pays for an apartment for me, and I don't have money to pay for the washer dryer fees. I don't have money for food. My electricity has been shut off. Those leeches that I grew up around steal my money. What else? What else? What else? What else? For the most part. So I'm sending my GoFundMe campaign to people through email, through Instagram. And I'll head over to HEB. I missed it. I don't have chickens, but it's families. I can break from school. What else? What else? What else? I just said he had leech. He had leeches travel this weekend to be with Jada and Kehlani because I didn't post like I need money for Jada and Kehlani. Right. That I've been saying every week. I want to visit Jada and Kehlani next week. And on Friday, I'm asking me, when is your spring break? Oh, because does he lose money that way? Does he have a bed? Like the my Barbie is perfect. He plays with other leeches from far away. And it's like if Barbie Latina porn gets off script, then I lose money with my fun buddies that love to play Barbies with other leeches that aren't leeches. If you don't play regardless, yeah. His dad's supposed to was a thief. When I was growing up, so he said that that's how he used to say it. I know nothing wrong with his rehabilitated himself regardless. I don't want him in my life. And he so many decades ago he terrorized Gloria Santana. Decades ago to start me. Almost like a book coming to see got to trouble in the room. What else? 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 So those leases steal my money so that I suffer. So that my mom doesn't travel the world. Hoping that I'm kill me. You can decapitate any gender expressos Suarez. You can decapitate Maria Sacharia Gonzalez. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez or his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate Johnny Descahigo. They all steal my money and they're like hoping that kills heaven. You can decapitate Sonny Bonilla. You can decapitate Sonny Cortez Rios. You can decapitate Belinda Jesus. Que matar por Sajo. She went on to lose my virginity for me, stayed in my home without my permission, steals my vehicle, steals my money. Nothing on my portal. L. He goes on recruiting leeches. The will have some comfortable to me. And they steal money and they're stealing homes without my permission. Those were just our adventures. Where he and I come together, we didn't marry or anything. Letting you send out to play Barbie with me. Literally. Some may have had a story on where she married me, so then that's not a marriage. I do not put that. What else? 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 He wants to tell me that because I don't cook for him, yo no me pongo un cuatro, he starves me on purpose. He has control of the money. Still, ew. Él no sabe lo que es matrimonio tampoco. So I don't want him near me. Dan un asco, dan un asco. You can decapitate me how many sons narrate me that steal my money and get another museum. This is me every time. I want to marry him. I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally money and money. I plan to take myself on a this trip or two or three or four. This leech has a gear deck with a little tuna giving me money sort of thing. Clear one prisoner of his or him to rape me. Cool. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Es como una puerca con una querosina. Blech. I don't ever want this to be. My silence doesn't mean that I'm planning to seduce them. Ew. What else? What else? They're not dumb. Yeah. Ew, 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 ew. People on the phone. In the competent or even development of money gets in the way of me receiving money. You can the competent money incentivism. You can the competent juvenile system. They spend my money, they raise my purchase, and then they go on trying to get in the way of my sex life. The last one, yeah, they have no social skills, like zero social skills. Zero social skills? Zero social skills. Ew, no social skills. Ew, esa tipa una puerca. Ew, ew, es una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 no social skills. Ew, no social skills either. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? A comment pops up, and I'm like, no. No, that leech. Is that the Fati that just commented? One of these leeches. Él se cree que yo no tengo nada que hacer. Y él quiere literalmente que yo juegue con él, como si yo fuera 1 year old, haciendo nada en mi vida. Ew. They possibly already paid a mortgage. Ew. To try to rape me after my death. Ew. 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 You can decapitate a leech. Ya se mudó a mi casa. Y el tipo tampoco con. You can decapitate Carolina Chavez. What else? 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 You can decapitate, make a mean side of the system, make me to steal my money and get in the way of your money. I'm gonna see inside garden next Friday or 1902. You can decapitate Edgar Munoz Carrera still saying it's in Kanani's house for money. I haven't seen them as money. You can become with the Cara Cristina. Whatever her last name is, like it will years she steals from me, she gets in the way when you're stealing me. She stays in my homes without my permission. She drives my vehicles without my permission. You can decapitate. Oh, yeah, yeah, then the number of Oh, to him, this is him. Submerged. Submerged. Now you have a video of me listening to Murat that he's raped. No, I could have been having sex with him and I didn't. So now I'm listening to this. He just submerged me into the Murat thing that he was raping me back then. And I didn't bring him into my bedroom. So that's how he entertains people, and everyone is silent. In 2020, like, please get these leeches to shut the fuck up. He's not entertaining, and I can shut down the news. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, to me, it's just like listening to the radio. Before he was like, well, because no me hacen caso, I was listening to the sun, blah, blah, blah. It's like Amanda Miguel was playing Armando Manzanero on my mother's radio. What? Before I met him, possibly. Ew, so that's to me is just a song. El tipo una pérdida de tiempo, una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. You can decapitate Benjamin Sales with the sons. The rapists steal my money and get in the way of your money. I've not thought about them in more than 20 years. Ew, ellos tienen like que se lo mama todo el tiempo. Ellos tienen, what is it, 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 what is it? La lich que se lo maman todo el tiempo. Wow, gente. What else? Ellos tienen la lich que se lo maman todo el tiempo. Ellos tienen los liches que se lo maman todo el tiempo. Él tiene el lich que mira esto. Wow, wow, wow. Él tiene la lich que se lo maman. Wow. What else? 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 Él tiene la lich y la lich que se lo maman. What else? What else? What else? Él tiene el lich que se lo mama posiblemente. And they want to show me pictures of like, wow, just tu problema. Por David ese mismo día. Yo dije, David, tú vas para el apartamento de mi a violarla. Ay, ay, God. Like, for real. That's how dumb these two are. You can decapitate Munoz Naderno for 17 and thinking on his child support money. You can decapitate me how many other sons of sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Currently homeless. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss lonely. What else? 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 Ellos tienen el lich. Ya está la mamá. What else? ¿Qué? ¿Sabías que ese Olivera supuestamente es el novio de él? These People are so dumb that anyone that doesn't jump at them violently to rape them, they're like, esa es mi novia, esa es mi novia. We're just working through the kinks of rape still. Ew, I could be doing this. What else? Esa Eli Carolina. Wow. Esos amores que fueron separados. And el tipo se cree que yo vivo pensando en él. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. En the meantime, deberían dar irse. Parece que no va a haber yo. Parece que la vamos a matar y ya. Por no querer fight with me. Porque la que se lo va a morir en ese momento. In the meantime, you can give me money. El tipo bien ignorante, una persona. Anyways, have a good friend. What else? What else? What else? What else? Everyone. What else? 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 There's a post energy in you. Let me pause it. Excited about it. What do with Italians? Yes, yes, for the birth certificates after the fact. After the identity themselves as Italian. Joyful, did they add underneath then? Todo me gusta y de bailar. Oh, for real. They're like, ahora que Berenice tiene 21 años, le podemos bailar todas desnudas y se abren las nalgas así bien cerca. Thinking that eventually they'll entice him, that's right. Ew. Ew. Berenice may have been a good person before he met her on that. Right, where he met her. Oh. And then she gets treated like a sex slave. Oh. Que gente tan puerca. What? What? Llegan de cabo se verá que se me van. She's still trying to get some money. That is in my home, we don't like your machine. Here's my vehicles. Que gente tan puerca. Anyways. I continue to send me off when I come down to the phone. I continue. Often for myself, so it's not even the equivalent of me shaking my titties. What else? What else? I might have una rosa today, and I'm ready for sure. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, ya no contaron for raping me that gets a little soon my money and then November soon. You're gonna look up they don't know what it is. What else? What else? What else? I'm gonna look up they don't know Lorenzo if he was trafficking me into Barbary just to talk to me. My classmate that I talked to in 2020. That last one. Yeah. They find out that one is poor, that one doesn't have money. What else? What else? What else? What else? Or the one is recently get divorced. I've always been single. I'm married. My baby's naughty because he agreed to provide for me today and money because these leeches steal my money and steal my homes and steal my vehicles. So I guess that gets to go to me once. It's that he'll provide for Jaden King money. However, if I'm not living with him, he won't provide for me, and that I need to seek the love penalty for everyone that steals my money. That gets in the way of me receiving money. That steals my vehicles and steals my house. What else? So they clean behind the scenes, saying, "Hey, you're what the?" But then I'll just again. Like, girl, they take those hostage still. Yeah, they're so gross. Señora Mira Lorenzo, you can have the Vanessa Vega Lorenzo, what else? What else? Tengo un portón. What else? What else? What else? I want my money back. So when I'm financially stable, I'm assuming I'm using sort of assistance and get my money from that painting venture that he and I painted together and he got all the money. It's acting like we're wedding top for wedding or no. I'm casual sex only. O él le está pagando a gente para que le mame el pene todo el tiempo. No me quedo sin nada. And you see my money. If she's a volunteer for that, maybe don't think that that's their way to draw or the years something because they don't know that I said them about the draw line on the getting the bad line wasn't yeah, and then they get close to one, but tomorrow time plastic like for feeling like that. Let me know. What is it? This skin is so easy. It's so easy, but they wouldn't die from that, right? So setting against divine to the ground against concrete, my friend. No. They think that I'm crying because they're not my best friends. Yeah. They think that because I'm silent that I'm really, or because they are starving me on purpose. They're gonna see that as a weakness. They're just rapists. Ew. Ella violan y es un violador. Or a leech. A leech and a leech. What did I think earlier? The cover of my book. Oh, soy pobre pero honesta. What else? 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 I should add a picture of myself on lingerie, wearing lingerie to my GoFundMe campaign. La licha le estaba esperando a que haya el concurso Miss Universe. They're like, pero when is she gonna be like, this is one of my lingerie looks, Paulita. Entra la otra y dice, oh, this is my lingerie look, Paulita. Y they're like, Pablito, cuando la todo está ganando, cuando la todo está ganando. Ew. There's two girls, they're like, porque tiene lingerie looks y no va a estar aquí hablando con Pablito. Ew. No. Ew, I don't like any of those. That was very short. Ew. I'm that girl that they saw me 4G. And what is it? I didn't work on it. That's it. Some people attend orgies and they want more from someone. Someone sees people and says, oh no, there's something for me. But deep down, he's so I don't know, like a recount between speeches and fandom for other people. It's just like, there's no, someone might break from work or not. Anyways, mi uña tan sucia tenía suárez. Ugh, mi cara me violaron. Me roban mi dinero. So, what else? What else? Most of those leeches use the excuse that they stole my money because they need to train me on how to be a woman. They want to literally see my crica abierta. Sometimes, girls, ew, por eso es que se pegan. They're like, any opportunity that she brings him up. Well, see, maybe when you're not woman enough, if you let me, like, suck your titties for a little bit, we can find out if you're woman enough. Así te llaman. Ooh, which one is one? This is cute. I like it. I can pick one. Lola, como que no hay. No, que Gloria Nilsa está muerta. I can show pictures of myself. Like, that whole had me naked all the time around people. No, because they think that I'm Barbie Latina, pobre. Que la mamá no la dejaba hacer nada. Porque entonces sí, ellas no se ven como las nichas que son. La verdad no, que that doesn't have any correlation. In, well, la mamá no la deja salir con él, so yo salí con él. Y le robé el dinero a ella, el carro, la casa. Y la mamá no la deja salir con él. They want to excuse themselves for being pobretonas asquerosas. That find their parents boring. So they went on to move con mi macho en mi casa, con mi dinero, con mis vehículos, para que la llevaran a viajar por todo el planeta because that's the plan that he and I had together times like 3 or 4. So una hillbilly es una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. Oh, that's not so sweet. Oh, that's amazing. That's What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Tamuskan. Ay, falsos en publicidad. Que odienna, no me la treta y se le ha privado. Ella así públicamente se cree que se frega y ya había sido primero que se frega. Ew, Tamuskan. And then they go on to Alicia say, I'm proud of you for standing for all these years, for sucking my dick, for sitting on me. I got to really you. I was like, I go to the just they're watching this. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, and so they're like, oh no, not three pictures of when the kids were with. Okay, ya le dio la explicación a Facebook. Que cuando se tomó la foto de que la estaban conmigo, soy de madre soltera, la que soy con ella. Es un animal entonces. Oh, ew, ew. You can decapit Lalit. Does he stay in my home still as an adult, steal my money and steals my vehicle? I want to see him. Let him remind me. I thought it was his dad. What else? What else? You can decapitate Lalit. Maribel Matias. You can decapitate Lalit. Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Lalit. Claudia Gabriela Martinez Urias. That's hilarious how behind the scenes, because I've witnessed this type before. Ew, ew, and one says like don't be that person, be your own person. And they don't listen. Ew, 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 ew. A big fan of people being saying there's this leech killed millionaires, tan puerco, que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero, me quita mi vehículo, se pone en panty nueva, so, mira, la licencia es una terrorism, I can't enter my own home. They like paid for with the sales of my artwork. Haciéndose pasar por mí, diciendo Manage focus the advertising and focus the Alex. Ew, those are names. Oh, 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 oh. The conflict, the focus and the 9 years young. Ew. You can decapitate these name. You can decapitate you can decapitate every valorous available that recruited in its responses. Take care of your needs, not to be the prettiest. In the good form. Those things are so I see women information. I stay with one without my permission. I sing my food and my water. Que le dan cuerpo. ¿Sabes? Yes, I'm fucking I've ever died in seeing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He wants to kill me. Again, and I don't agree. So this is my beliefs and I'm not talking about living up. So that's why he caused my homelessness even when I was asking for money. Hasta como que ya sabe lo que salmón. Si hay que hacer un poco de compro un pedazo de salmón. Like here's this fish really fish that would drive past my parents' home is up there occasionally. And he wants to say to Edgar, does he pester him? Ew, I guess Edgar shocked him. Oh, ew, 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 ew. He thinks que sí, que no me compraron el salmón, que entonces he would have a chance. Ew. Entonces yo mismo me compré salmón. I'm used to taking myself out dining since I was like 9 years old. My myself. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What I'm a student risking money. Anyways, dividiendo la lista para eso. International Rape Babies one. Jennifer Marie Vasquez has rape babies. Yeah, just a new woman for the same as rape babies. Amarili Sachavari has a rape baby. Jesenia Ramiro Lorenzo has a rape baby. What else? What else? What else? What else? Families, daughters, sons, and they have kids. Have rape babies. Oh, ew, 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 ew. Most of you watching. It's like it right. Yeah, this one is I saw a picture of a little kid on Facebook on rape babies. Yeah. You can decapitate with lean gene. You can decapitate with Amazon sons that rape me, that's my money, get in the way of me receiving money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What should I share? What else? Does it always seem mad because like a lot of these people he rapes and he's like stopping to interrupting them and now they can't I can't rape them because they're like, well, should I give him money? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? People don't answer. You can come to every conclusion. It's a machine light of what they usually do. Se le pone muy grande, se le va a hacer duro. Cuando va a ir lo que uno va a querer necesitar esto. What else? The teacher making some my time because nobody else vehicle that he gave her for sucking his teeth. So I was in college thinking, oh, how do I kill her? Joanna Vargas. They're leeches and self-defense. But they do. That's why I look creepy. But even them, they're like, we can't say that she's here stalking us. Like, this isn't her idea. Porque she's like, tengo un hambre y no tengo dinero, literally. My parents starved me to on purpose so I don't look like a stalker. So I'm here like nothing effective, but at the same time, I'm getting up creepy, showing up to places looking for the people that steal from me and market me. This is coincidence with these leeches. They have 0 year old intelligence. If one's home is like this. So they're like, if Arlene wants to have babies with a girl, she needs to starve. So that she can take good care of those babies. Well, entonces, how? En Ibiza con porque me tratan así. Antes de que eso se vaya a entrar al horario. Entonces yo estoy como disponible en la playa. Con el dinero que le robó el leche. Entonces me dice, me lo robó muy fácil. Ups, ay, me casa de mí. Con el dinero que le robó porque le tiene que tranquilidad. Acostada todo el tiempo y tired. Para que ella la preñe. They drag me to places like that all the time when I was young. Like, wonder is today the day that he gets her pregnant también, gente también. Eso tenía un conteo asqueroso. It's like, is she getting pregnant today? Yo tengo que decapite que ya la eso sale que una puerca asquerosa. Que me roba mi dinero para que yo la lleven allí. You can decapitate me on the side of me. You can decapitate me on you. You can decapitate Marisa Vargas Llorens. They steal from me. They get in the loan. They're saving money. Man, I work here with her laser face and ahora mi laser exam so her daughter from far away. And can't do anything else with me. I want to be entonces yo estoy con replacement todo el tiempo. Ellos inventaron una fantasía sobre que no tienen realidad. Una asquerosa. Hashtag nobody knows. So, yeah, podcast. So, they want to actually babies that were getting out really well. Ew, ew, ew. So they want to be like ladies. You can't have a career. You can't go to college. You can't do. Literalmente, se me viene así por tanto años. Yeah, but these leeches are so real. They're like ladies. For you to have babies, like giving them money. No pueden ir ni a bailar. No pueden trabajar. No pueden viajar. Ni con los niños tampoco. Behind the scenes, this leech wants to scream at me por llevar a Cine a Palomino. Por llevar a Kehlani a Palomino. Porque they want to say to people, you can't do anything fun if you have babies. Dan un asco cuando se matan, please. For real, this is an embarrassment, that leech. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Evelyn de Lorenzo Acevedo, que es una basura. What else? 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 You can decapitate la leche. ¿Cuántos BMW me prometieron? So they start soon. These leeches don't have first dibs over my vagina. That doesn't exist. This leech said to Edgar decades ago, don't give her any money or she'll flee. Wow, ellos se lo gastan. ¿Cuánto gastaron de mi dinero? ¿Cuántos diamantes le compraron? Marley tiene que estar acostadito todo el tiempo esperando el semen de Edgar. I painted with these leeches individually and they sold the artwork. And they stole my money from the sales of the artwork. And they get in the way of me receiving money because I'm talking about my discharge as if it is clean. And that's terrorism for a lot of people. They're like, we don't talk about ladies' discharge. So if you're talking about her discharge, you want to kill her and you want to kill me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Todavía no se acabó. No. Y hay gente tan puerca. You get decapitated. Yeah, I mean, so as soon as the sunset make me this feel like money ain't getting in the way of me receiving money. You want to be on Tinder right now? Not what else? 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 Oof, listen to this song. Así te imaginaba, did you see it? Did you see it? Todavía tiene mi respuesta. Me roba mi dinero, se levantan en mi casa, en mi cama. Y él le pone esa canción de Álvaro Soler. Te imaginaba cómo se levantan ellos como peladas. Yo con hambre muerta, sin Jada y Kehlani ahora. Y estos liches, basura que los ciudadanos quieren enseñarme cómo ellos se levantan con eso. Con eso, yo, o con esa basura. They already did that decades ago. They created a video of all the leeches that stay in my homes without my permission. They eat my food, they eat my, that drink my water without my permission. Que se roban mi carro. Porque ellas se lo maman su vida, son mujeres y yo no. Él no entiende rejection. Él no entiende rejection. El tipo es un puerco. Flo. Esta también se levantó en mi casa. A ella la kidnap y le tomaron foto en mi casa para separarlo de mí. Se imaginaba, wow, cómo se levantaba por la mañana. Así se levanta para mí, con lo puerca que es. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's one of them, possibly. Those latest girls. Ew, así me imaginaba que se levantan todo el día. Ew. Ew, qué gente tan puerca. Oh, ese tipo está muy mal. Ese tipo no me lo puedo para that's not the thing that I did remember me because they want to kill people. Because they don't like how pretty this planet is. They're very ungrateful. So as kids, we were giving What else? 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 Oh my goodness, this person. Yeah, like, what else? What else? What else? What else? So my parents said you're gonna be reptiles. You're noticing. I see this is the summer. This summer. It doesn't matter how big to die. So he said eventually you're gonna have to kill them, or even if you don't kill them as children, eventually you're gonna end up seeking the death penalty for them. They gave them a plan of action as kids supposedly to drink drugs and kill themselves. And they didn't come to seeking the death penalty for everyone. This deals my money and they get to do it. This deals my vehicles and students who calls me according to their parents. These things as a goal and on this way so that they get the death penalty. They're grateful. And then also, in the doctor, she wasn't born in the house. So it was a good representation of that. That was be. So if we fall or hot, or if Nicole or would be friendly with like a colleague, like okay, a little bit further away. Not like Nicole. Did you grow up in a palace? Because I didn't. So you and I can't talk until I know everything about your upbringing. Colleague, there's maybe shopping buddy dinner. Definitely a colleague. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm not sure how to say this in Italy. It's okay. Do I have period ways? Possibly. Possibly. What else? 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 Once I'm financially stable, plans to travel from the people. Idea of coming on estimates. Is he or she dead already? The person that's sent me this message? I don't give a shit if his brother's trying to kill him. I'm not the FBI. I don't want to be bothered with this. He can fill out a form through the FBI tip if that's 9 years younger than me. Instead, they think that this is motivation for the. Ew, ew, I've heard this. Ew, esa tipa es una puerca if that's her. She killed Mariana's son if that's her. She's threatened me decades ago with a hate crime. Porque she says she's gonna kill me because I saw him fighting with someone and I asked like what's happening here? This is school. I was a kindergartner And she's like, well, I'm having them kill each other, whoever doesn't die wins, my love. And it's not the fight. So he wants to kill me too personal. Ew. Oye, eso todavía se comportan así de años. Ew. Qué asco. And then my family lived in 11 years. Who can I send my GoFundMe campaign to? You can compensate me on me, so this sounds alright. Me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I don't have money for food. Ebony Lorenzo está llorando de que yo no lo invité a mi apartamento. So I could play into the character for that his sister business and his sister's like, y aquí estoy, yo haciendo nada. Y mi hermana está cocinando. And then she thinks she's promoting herself as a dating app through of like yo no hago nada y tenemos que cocinar. Y mi hermana no, mira, they're so outdated, so they say, oh, like, yo. When there's consent, ew. Ew, ew, ew. I'm gonna kill these leeches, especially right now that I don't have electricity in the apartment that the city has provided for me. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, I haven't had cannoli since 2020. What else? What else? I haven't had chicken since last year. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Wow. Because I didn't post about spring break this year on Facebook. Que people don't. Oh, things are doing again because that loco. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, I can't post on social media. I mean, on Facebook until I ya me quita, voy a hacerlo mejor, I know. And when not, it's like for someone that isn't with him, I know way too much. That's why I want him dead. Ew. 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 I miss him. There's probably better or something. You can like accommodate. Miami and Sara and assistants that are making me that's the only money. That's zero education. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss you. Oh, porque en la gloria de porque yo no digo encima, no, como, por si no trago. That's not what Facebook is for. Because again, I need to use Facebook for illegal prostitution. Tipo, tá insuportável, não, por como pelo silêncio. No, eu sou por como que se I don't give here. That would not make a promise. El ganado no tiene que importar en mí, no se ve como cuero, como un pues es un idiota como de Koronesh, entonces significado. Ew, he stole my money decades ago. So he's been doing with that whip is raping people. And with that quarter. If he wears it. That's why I have no interest in seeing anything about what he does. What he does. He asked my mother to starve me decades ago, trying to rape me. I don't want him sex with him ever. He doesn't get it. Ew. Un puerco. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Have you heard of No se calla la boca? Do they do suggestions? They're like, maybe quizás le guste esta de la noticia. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? No más como de what else? 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 I can't say everyone. That's stating we always about my condition. That's the only money that could have ever received money. Las liches que usaron a mi marido como travel agent, porque según ella, their parents are so boring, never take them shopping and traveling weekly. So they went on to invade my home. It's like, wow, there's these tipos que if you jump on their dicks, ellos te pagan todo. So alguien que se muera. O sea, alguien pintó con ello, wow, yo me voy a robar dinero de alguien que se muera para ver. So, nos va a pagar, nena, nos va a pagar toda la ropa, las maletas, ya tienes, son bien lindo, pero yo no sé si es así. Aparte todo. Sí, sí, para la comida, avión privado, todo lo que hay que yo voy a abrir las patas y el culo también. Y las manos apretarlo. So, de también te das cuenta y yo creo que se mueren. Qué importancia le quito cuando ese dinero le pertenece a mí. Yo quiero que él me lleve a mí, Jimmy Yendaki, que son esos para ella dice, a viajar porque mi papi no viaja, no lo dice. So se la dio a mi casa, ella, Carolina Chávez, Sarah Francis, la más separada, dice, oh, oh, oh. I feel like I'm going to travel agents, I'm leaving there, I'm like, we have okay, si yo no sé. Te llevo bien, porque I'll drop you off at his house and then ew, I'm gonna make her continue. And then that's what it ew. They tried to kill me before Jamie would visit the library with me. And I said, I actually enjoyed them. And then went on a trip to America. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, he was here visiting friends. What else? What else? What else? What else? Do you want to go truckers? I don't know. No, I don't really say also, the next truckers, I don't really put this in the I just want to put that into like you attend the party, you can attend that because unless I doesn't want to pop into the you can attend the then I went to the system that made me sound like I didn't even know where someone think it really might be my belongings to any leech que se lo mueven como si yo tuviera obligación de estar en ese pene todo el día when I don't even want that. He and I fainted together and he went on to get by vehicles with money from him. I didn't want the phone bill either. I want my money from the profits of the sales of the I said that to one of them. I said, you're a minor. You can't listen to you and pay attention to you. You're a minor. What else? 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 So I went to go to your son, ask her to starve me decades ago. Trying to rape me. Ew. Trying to have sex with my mother. No sirven para nada. I don't want this near me ever. Ew, las lichas se lo pensando que yo like that's hard como que decía de lo que desde trabajo. Así como que no pensando en lo que y yo estaba todos los días. Ella pasó por mi abuelo sosteniendo there's trips. Sometimes Texas and Puerto Rico. What else? What else? What else? What else? Ya el amarró. Allí ni Liris a mi cama de malaustres. Oh, el tipo un puerco. Y ella se presta para eso. Oh. Like I thought that would be on the beach already. First thing for me, forgetting the way we were seeing money for staying in my homes. I thought my permission was pregnant to be able to permission. To be done in this, passing it. Language and it's like, really, I don't want to watch this. And the language she just like shuffle. I'm ready like, why? Ew. Ew. I just want to come before I start leaving again because you need to love meetings and to find esto está pendiente a ver quién hay de impactando. Esto está pendiente a ver quién hay de impactando. sitting there and I'm looking at the messages, waiting for me to show up to explain what they think that I'm on, but to them. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? On some financial stable, a year into the updated and community source of money, water. Mm, yeah, there's something in this video. Based on what I like electricity got shut off and the que tú crees she procrastinating all her plans to her? Or is it Luis Lorenzo that right now has the best chance of raping her? I don't ever think about those people. I, so it's disgusting. If he, like, literally, don't call him the asshole. If he remembers, like, everyone that I went to school with, and he's like, no, no, si ahora mismo quizás se lo estamos mandando a Maylin Lorenzo. No le den dinero. Es lo que hacen cuando Barbie en su momento con la gente. No, un asco, todo un asco. Y yo estoy en mi papá me enseñando dinero y me lo que primero. Porque las latinas se enamoran de un primo que es todo imposible y matan a la mamá por ese primo. O ahora lo violan en la right. What else? What else? What else? What else? ¿Este cree que yo le fui a pedir matrimonio en un día? Oh, oh. Si este gente tan puerco se cree que yo le voy a pedir matrimonio un día. Ew. I have plans to travel the planet, meet people, ideally polyamorous men. These terrorists terrified me outside of not being able to visit the library in Aguada, Puerto Rico, by asking my parents to starve me by not providing for me. And now, I don't want to be. I don't want to be here at the fucking library when I'm home for myself. To want to be on a patient. I want to be typing. What else? Benjamin is like this necessary. Is that right? Me, this one. Tell me anything really. They, they killed over 18 million people trying to rape me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, you just don't want to do that. Trying to kill me. Y ellos son las que son los que no apoyan. Entonces, yo no entiendo. Desde creen que es la cara de alguien que no quiere nunca. No. He facilitates me for a reason and he wants me to suffer extermination for not letting him break me. Así cree que se casa conmigo todo el tiempo. When does he get killed? You can decapitate my limbs on his sons. That beat us to my money didn't really. They had money to give me, they didn't. They spent on a lot of people and they wanted to pay me and work twice as hard as anyone to get to people. I'll tell you what, I was maybe to home, yes, home was a it's just disappointing parents, yes, everything, so yes, international, even with international, even with international court exists, you can decapitate families and diseases without breaking the seal of one even though the international criminal court exists, you can decapitate the same Obama person. Even though the international criminal court exists, you can decapitate criminal arms. Even though the international criminal court exists, you can decapitate Christina Weather Stevens. Christina. Okay, wow. ¿Qué es raro? Se llama la line of ¿Cuántos trillones al día el gasto de mi dinero? Dice que cae encima y ella le puso esa casa de cerillón que yo quiero. Y we can have this asking people and everyone wants the fair chance of just like campaign. Entonces lo tienen abriendo las navidades de dinero para poder poner la casa para la que pagaron. Entonces lo tienen abriéndole las nalgas al turismo para poder comprarle una casa de trillones a Sheila. Entonces lo tienen abriendo las nalgas. Aquí, a Diana Acevedo Pérez para comprarle una casa aquí. A Berenice. Lo tienen abriéndole las nalgas a Richie para que le compre una casa a Evelyn. Ya él hizo una foto de la Virgen, yo estaba bailar también. Y con que le hace Ray Babies. Uf, yo digo, yo quiero ir a sudar yo con un hombre, dale, dale, apúntate. Ya Jaira va, Suheiri también. Y Elizabeth, entonces Suheiri también va. Dale, dale, ¿cuánto tiene del dinero de Arlene? Ahí está Trillita. Y que Carolyn tiene estacionado en el garaje en San Antonio. Que él tiene la llave en la. Yo le pongo que la mujer a la residencia. Make sure Arlene sabe. Para que Arlene no llega de Arts Residences. Brum, 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 lo llevó a la dance studio y así. Así como que no lo llevaba bien, pero para este hombre, estoy ya pata, mamoteta, mamoculo, hago lo que sea para que la gente nos ve por ahí, le damos una envidia, cabrona, porque no se ve así. Si yo hablo con ella, para pedirle que me dé mi dinero, ya voy por Carmelo Anthony. Ew, ew, ew. Ew. Porque la gente no nos conoce. En San Antonio la gente nos conoce. So nosotros vamos a 10, ahora así como a ver y la gente es una espectacularidad. Que la gente entra a Whataburger and they're all like gazing at us. Y no sé, es tampoco que hay gente que entrevista, busca la cámara y todo, they're like, if I don't look towards the front, I could trip. And they're like, wow, wow. Estuvimos tres de nosotras con ellos y toda la gente nos miraba. Possibly because they steal from me and they're like, they even paying out their own money or whatever. So ya bailamos, estudió y el peor salteño, sí, ya hemos ido así bien pegadito, haciendo de perder el tiempo escuchándola. Entonces bailamos y se trepan encima. Y él se puso cara y no te ama darse con tu dinero. Ew. I'm just describing that shit because I'm talking to FBI and this post. NATO, the Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, the U.S. Army. I was gonna cry. The other keys, and they're like, "Dice, Jaira, yo creo que no puedo casar con él porque el niño lloró." It's so nice. It is something the U.S. Army, the U.S. Marines, the International Criminal Court. Arlene se le murió la madre, and he can no longer drive a fast vehicle. Okay, that no longer goes with her family. Huérfana with a fast car. Entonces llega a Tinder y busca a alguien. Y depende de que la mecha. La Suhiri esa, la Suhiri esa. Jenny Rendaliri esa, Jahaira esa. Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo quizás se apuntó, porque anytime que él se peine para atrás, que la llame a ella. Porque ahí es cuando ellos entran a un nightclub, agarrados todos de mano, like así, tiran 15 pechos. Y entonces, wow, se fue que no me cagaron. Yo pensé, y yo, en el dance studio ese, they're like, dale, dale, dale. Que la semana que viene vamos a pagar de nuevo, que la aquí en Springton. Son entradas y pasan 30 minutos, 30 horas, practicando cómo todos van a entrar al nightclub. Para que eso se vea como una entrada espectacular, casi como que se salieron un helicóptero. Para agarrar la atención de la gente. And they think that I'm gonna cry. I want my vehicle back. I want my homes back. I want my money. I didn't get money with me. You think that I cry about this? Es un hombre, esto no vale nada. Decades ago, él me dijo a mí, did you send that this? Decades ago, él me dijo a mí, did you send that this one? Oh, showing me intimate pictures of them brincando por encima como and all the putting a stick in her penis hole. By saying that Jimmy Jam is older than me, Jimmy Jam had her own bedroom and wardrobe. Jimmy Jam has more money than me and Maro Amiri Mekano. Jimmy Jam is the short thing orgasm. Wow. I don't have any interest in having sex with them. My parents initiated me in sex decades ago. These aren't the people that I'm looking forward to having sex with. Like, it starts in the back of my head. What book series did I read? From like when I was 6 years old in español y todo. That's like me on adulthood. Y yo llevarme a la playa sola when I'm 14. Y llevarme a la biblioteca sola when I'm 14. Y llevarme de crucero sola when I'm 16. Que my parents were gonna emancipate me or give me a power of attorney for me to travel sola. Y esta gente todavía vive la telenovela de que se cree que yo vivo enamorada de eso, que yo lloro, yo nunca he llorado por eso. Yo nunca he querido eso. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So, ya, si mi gentalidad mientras más yo lloro que yo no quiero esto, más llama ya Jaira, entonces tenemos posibilidades de que él se canse con nosotras en serio. They do practice runs. Se llevan tomando fotos todo el cumpleaños que el día que quería pasar todo el cumpleaños. And that's one of the fries are selling that I didn't miss a birthday unless I wanted. It's his birthday. He has a special reason. Ew. Ew. So they had proof videos y fotos de chamaquitos de que eran por si algún día le proponen ser, entonces ya te digo, de mira, queremos desde chiquito. Y So they'll go through the because they say ticket, concert tickets, dance. So the that is when go to report that was again. I was and remove like okay with the show. Y yo fui como si fuera Arlene, haciéndome pasar por Arlene, a ver si me la quiero, cuando algún día alguien me hablara. Estos conciertos, y se explica, estos conciertos, sí, yo fui contigo, ay, me enamoré de ti durante esa canción. You can look out to that. Tienes en la vida, pero eso es algo que me más con Christian, I know I can't date. So she's been raping for more than 30 years. It's the wrong vehicle, so I couldn't get anywhere. So I couldn't get to the library, so I couldn't get to the beach. You can decapitate me how many soles on its sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. You can decapitate la lich, Evelyn Evelyn. You can decapitate everybody. Such a partner that loves hydrogen for me and my home organization. You can decapitate me how many soles on its sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. Quiero decapitar a Marilyn Lawrence Acevedo, que she wants me to die, para que entonces no piense nunca en mí, el que esa ni piensa en mí nunca. And she starves me on purpose, steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money so I can't date anyone. So I know one finds out that she's a rapist murderer. Trying to recover her identity, she was not somebody else it is. But I went through Tinder and Bumble. I need to show her to talk to her from the people that I possibly dated or had a conversation. Ella no me interesó en otro tipo. De que no se pasara nada conmigo. Y ella estar ahí en la conversación. Y me dije, me enteré con él y me encantó. Ya soy parte de su historia. I'm so more details about what it is. Going to treat them like friends and partners. I never do. So people saying that I do not leave, but I'll make sure to enjoy the beaches. It seems that like really, really nice. Um, So they're regrouping and they're like the different kind of workouts where like this and that, like regrouping things are. I don't want to come on. I'm like, buenos días, tengo cambio. Buenos días. It's growing up to one sense of you as a victim of trafficking. So they're so cute. So so they don't want me to be this happy. They want me to be like, oh, never put on Tinder. Oh, never did. So they're regrouping behind the scenes, possibly, and they're like, well, how can we get Arlene violently raped so that she doesn't date anyone? Start, start, get raped. They want to Oh, first. Is there a hundred I'm not going to guess the pages? There's a lot of won't be anything about those beaches that I grew up around. Honestly, really wanting so like the photos done. They're like, we need to give her the details of where it is done. But they're like, no, I don't believe it. I don't want it on Facebook. Because that where he is already. What else? Oh, there's no. Yeah, I was just trying to kill him because his mother is bigger. So she could have come in and helped. So I'm like, this is gonna be the third one. For real, because no, he can take it. Me lo jodo, ya se viene que tiene mis cosas aquí. Dorian no está supuestamente lo insultó con un comentario a la sangre. And he wants to Dorian to someone to be dressed nicely every day. So he steals my money because he's married to me. And he wanted to tell me that as an adult, with my kids separated from me, he would have been like, que Ginny Jandaliris te preste un traje porque ay no, yo creo que no te va a servir el traje. Y yo pagué para ese traje un tanto dinero, y de tu dinero. Desde vida ya es verdad que nosotros ay, no te sirve, te va a tener que mirar eso. Terminidad Chávez, no, si te presto, no, 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 Chávez. Time. And I was the Tengo rieta, cobra máquina modelo. For real, for real. Tengo un asco a la gente que me roba mi dinero, se roba mis ropas, se roba mis zapatos, se roba mi cartera, se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, se roba mi vehículo. Él iba a tratar de que I would be so speech impaired that I would end up with a t-shirt like talking about like, I'm not sure, but I'm y with the wrong size tanga, then they're gonna be like, así suena el phone asqueroso. So they have a big crime plan towards me, working on the beaches, cameron y dinero to outsource to me with 3 years. So that they off themselves with no money because I refuse to have sex with them. Have communication to have sex with a lady who still still ew. So then I got rid of the la canción esa de Chayanne, madre mía, como si estás feliz de mí. Y entonces me echaron en su property still. A que te tenga que poner algún usado si no es de Galicia, te roban esa gente. Y yo me voy a asegurar que voy a estar viendo cada pieza de ropa para que cuando te pongas ese t-shirt o whatever lo que te pongas, yo compararte y decirte, ay, mira, mi amor, aquí que lo no, no. Entonces, si wants to take a picture of me, like, this image decades ago, did he put my head in a toilet and my home with him? He said that I didn't move in with him because I refused to clean. Have you seen me clean? Hey, Karen has seen me clean. My mother has seen me clean. Ew. And I was wanted to see me clean. We're gonna like lovely dinner. My siblings just pick me up and said that I should hang out here and lovely dinner. I'll do the dishes. I'm like, whatever, no, 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 I'll do the dishes. Not just mine, like, but that's this one that was the first. He stuck my head in the toilet, I think that was clean. Before the take a picture of me. He's like, tú tan indefensa y abusada. Y mira, and he did a side by side. Uh, Juan pendejo. He's aquí te estoy pensando. Y aquí están dividiendo la lágrimas trabajando. So that's his next step. It's like, Ali, ¿cómo pasó eso? Esta es tu casa. It's like, this is my home. When I was a teen already, I begged Joan Lorenzo to know of these homes built for me to live in with these gentlemen. They were already in my bedroom saying that they had moved on from one. Like, I don't want the homes built. I asked him to sell the home. I said no because I'm a minor, a piece of shit that doesn't know anything. It's like I want my half of the profits from the paintings that you and I painted in your home. That's how Jenny Gonzalez got into the home to get the money that she steals from me. Es que cree que yo voy a llorar por eso. Y ahí como dos nalgas están más jóvenes. El tipo bruto. Y él se cree que cuando le están a mí, they literally make me confident. I am like, oh, actually, if life is work out with you, you're not going to lose here. Yeah. And I guess the only thing yeah, they get out of that relationship I've been married. That's this. I don't know, something for fun.